What is food waste?
Food waste? Oh gosh, that can go so many ways.
Like not using food that you could serve to somebody, is that what you mean by food waste?
Food that people don't eat or are throwing away that could be eaten.
Things that aren't used as compost, but then just end up in landfills.
It goes in a cycle where students are taking more but not eating it, so that gets thrown out, and then the dining halls are making more, but students are just throwing that out, and then they're throwing it out.
I think the United States is known for this, like incredible food waste, and maybe we need to rethink this.
There are many reasons why food waste is an issue. So one of them is that we produce about twice as much food as we need.
There are people who are going hungry. Isn't there some way we can get that food for them?
I think of the farmer. Every apple that you've ever eaten is handpicked. When I think of things like that, I think, cannot believe that somebody would take a bite of an apple and throw it away or let it rot.
So we put a lot of resources into that food, water resources, farmers and the work that they put into it. And then we also have all the logistics of getting food to the grocery store, the farmer's market. When we throw away food, usually goes into a landfill. When you're putting food into the landfill, it releases methane into the environment. So you're adding to the greenhouse gas effect, you're adding to global warming.
There's been a lot of obstacles.
There's the one challenge of moving around surplus food.
There's been a bunch of students trying to start a food recovery program, and we're donating from Lower Farallon to Safe Harbor.
And then there's also the challenge of moving around and composting food.
Compost cuts down on basically all food waste. I think you could be a basically zero waste institution if you had recycling and compost.
You have food and you're going to repurpose it to use and make more food. One of the other things that I think is really important about food waste is it's something that we could do something about.
I think awareness is key.
People need to realize that food just doesn't pop out of thin air.
You wouldn't even think if you didn't have that awareness. If I throw this food away, what about the hungry person?
You should try and be more conscious of what you're taking onto your plate.
Maybe have enough food or just enough food if your organization is hosting an event. So when we do those things, it helps us to reduce waste and we can actually feel like we're making an impact.